Hi, guys, and welcome. I'm super duper excited because I have moved to the basement and I've been praying all day that my signal is good enough. Hey, Gretchen, you can hear me okay? I hope. Like I said, I've been praying all day long. The signal's good down here because I did do a test stream, but I had um, just after all this work, I just wanted to make sure. Okay, awesome. After all this work, I just wanted to make sure that my work was for nothing. So, was not for nothing. So I am streaming live. If you're new here, I'm streaming live on Facebook on the Statement Designs page and also on the Tuesday Talk YouTube channel. And tonight we're doing frames. So I've already started doing a few little things. So just a little note on my new studio here. I'd love to give you the full tour, but you'll have to visit the Statement Designs channel next week and we will give you the full Monty tour. So, just to show you what we're up to tonight, I'll put the camera down and I hope everybody's doing well. Okay, so I started a few things here, but what we're working with are these frames that I got from Oriental Trading Company. So they're a 3-piece frame. So there's a wooden back, 4 pieces actually. There's a wooden back, there's a glass, it's actually glass, I thought it'd be plastic, and then the frame part. And then you can flip it over and there's a hole so you can stand it up this way or the other way. Okay, so that's what we're working with. And I've had some pictures in my cabinet. Hey, Glenda, I'm glad you're here. You know, you inspired me this morning, and I'll show you here shortly. I'll come back to you here in a minute. But yeah, I did go ahead and get started with a few things so that they would be drying. Let me move this over. So one I started with, we're going to do molds on one. And I already poured the molds and I clamped them so that, you know, we don't have to wait for all that to dry and everything. So I'm kind of wiping up the excess glue here. So this morning, and I'm not going to spoil any surprises, but hey, Cheryl, how you doing? So in my new digs here, I'm really excited. So so far so good with the signal. I'm really happy. So anyway, I won't say much else, but my this morning I was inspired to do these picture frames and I've been wanting to do them. And so this is one picture in particular that I'm very fond of. And I will show you. It is my mom. And I figured out her age and she was about 50 here. So this is a quilt that she made. My dad would make her quilting frames, but this was a lap quilting frame that she had. And I still have this quilt. And hey, Jessica. And I think it's called the oak reel pattern. But anyway, I thought what would be cool, and I already put a coat of paint on it. I painstakingly cut out mats for these. And then I thought, no, this is kind of silly. Why don't I just paint the back of it and then just set the picture on there and it'll create the frame. But because, I don't know whether you can see it, but in here, it's very subtle. But the brown leaves, the oak leaves, have a little floral pattern on them. So I thought that we would do a paint inlay that's not as small as floral as I would like, but I think that'll look nice. Gretchen, I love this. I love this picture. Yeah, she was a pretty cool woman. All right, so I'm going to cut some of this off just so we don't have the whole page to work with. And if you're afraid of paint inlays, don't be. But I'm going to go ahead and get that started so that has time to dry. So I love my little setup here, and I can't wait to give you guys a full tour. I want to make sure that I keep the pictures out of the way. So we're doing one with molds, one with a paint inlay, one with transfers, and one with stamps. So we're going to do it all tonight. But before we can use this paint inlay, we have to put another coat of paint on here. So I am using Dixie Belle's, I think this is Pine Cone. The price tag's over the name, but I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. So let me get this in the frame here. Yeah, I'm super excited about my new space. I'm calling it the Creative Cave because it's not like, you know, I won't call it my woman cave, but it's my creative cave. So, hope everybody's doing well. We had crazy freezing rain today, you know, and then it's supposed to be 70 on Saturday. So, you know, crazy times. So when you do a paint inlay, now I'm using a chalk style paint, and I find that to be best. So I was going to actually, I couldn't find, and I found at the last minute, this brown, but I couldn't find it, and I was going to try using it in silk, and that's a whole other thing. That is totally different. Different procedure with that. So because it has the sealer built in it, I find that instead of letting it dry, you just kind of have to peel it up in like 5 minutes and no longer. So just putting this second coat of paint on there and making sure it's all wet before I put my inlays down in here. Okay, so I have my inlay sheet, and I have a water mister here. So I don't want to get any of these pictures wet, but I am going to mist the paint side. And I'm just going to put these two together and lay it down. Now I missed misting that part. I can see it's not wet, but we'll get it. Okay, so I'm going to lay these down, and I have a baby wipe here, and I'm just going to make sure that it's really making good contact with the paint, because a paint inlay is paint. It has paint embedded in this paper. So the water-based paints in each of them interact with each other. Okay, I think I need another wipe here. Yeah, me, I'm stocking wipes here. I just need it to be a little wetter. I could mist that as well. Maybe I'll do that too. Get a little mist on here. There, that looks better. Yeah, I just want everything to have good contact. Now we're going to have to wait until this dries, but believe me, we have plenty to do while we're waiting. So I'm going to kind of put this out of the way. It's out of my way. I know you can see it. Okay. So I am going to, okay, here's the next one that we decided to do. So let me show you the rest of the pictures. I'm going to take these gloves off a minute. And I think the easiest way to do it will be this way. So this is a picture that I think this is Tom's grandparents. So these have all been in this cabinet, and it has a glass door, and you can see in them, but they're not framed. So I wanted to make sure they're all framed. Now this is a picture of his sweet mama, and it's such a cool picture. She was a real fashion plate. beautiful woman and she was dressed to the nines. So I think that's going to be a cool one too. We're going to use a stamp on that one. And then this one is a picture of Tom with his daughter Lindsay when she was a baby, and she is sleeping on him. That's the only time I've ever seen him clean shaven. So it's in this picture. Okay, so then we're gonna do the mold one for his grandparents. So I want to make sure I don't get everything mixed up. So this one we're going to do right here. Let me put the camera down again. We're going to stamp on this one. And I put one coat of paint on it already, and I feel like that's enough. I used Dixie Belle's Magnolia. And we're going to use the gray stamp, and we're going to use an all-over stamp. This one is, it's called Folk Story. Okay, so this one right here. So I'm going to do these two things separately. But let me get this all inked up. Now, the last time we used the gray, I re-inked it, and that wasn't too long ago. So I'm not going to re-ink it. This noise is probably bothering the dog upstairs. And it's kind of weird being down here and hearing him walking around. Usually he's crashed, but he's getting used to this too. He doesn't really like me being downstairs all the time. I guess you can't see what I'm doing, huh? Well, I hate to move this. I'll show you when I do the other frame, but let me try to get it. So I feel like it's frozen again, like it always does, and you guys tell me it isn't, but okay, that is very subtle, but I think it's going to be cool. Okay, I'm going to ink again just because it is so subtle. I'm going to do this side over here. Just kind of remember that I'm up at the top and in the middle. And lay this down. Move it over a little bit. I'm in the way of my clamps here. I'm still not organized down here yet. I still have a lot of organization to do, but it's so nice having everything in one place. It's like still surprising to me. So Tom can use the spare room that I always had stuff in for his hobby, and still a guest room, but it's great for both of us. Okay, I really like the way that turned out. And you see that little subtle design on there. So let's get this one done. I wish that would have came out a little bit better, but I think we'll be able to get away with it. So I thought this would be cool to do in gray just because it's a black and white photo. And there's a teeny weeny piece of tape on here that I'm not even going to mess with. I'm just going to center this picture. I wanted it to be a little higher. I thought that might look kind of cool because it's such a small picture. And then we'll put this glass over it. I think it's crooked. I just thought that would kind of lend itself to the fact that it's definitely a snapshot. Let's see. Whoever cut it kind of crooked in the first place, but I still think I have it crooked. Could get a ruler out because I have one right behind me. Okay. Like I said, hopefully I won't ever have to get up anymore and get things unless I forget them. But I have this little cart beside me that's holding a lot of stuff, calling it my crash cart. You know, this might not be the same back that came with it because I'm having trouble getting it in. There's these little metal things too that could be interfering with it. Okay, come on, fit in there. I might have to file this down a little, but I like the way it turned out. I think it's cute and I'm going to work on it, but I really do like it. So we've got one partially, mostly done. I don't want to force it. I think I'm going to have to file it a little. Let's see. I have a sander back here. Let's see if I can take a little bit of it off. I don't really want to get sanding dust all over the place, but I think that helped a little bit. There we go. I'll finish snapping those things in later, but I think this one turned out pretty cute. Okay, so there's one. And then, of course, this thing will go in the bottom. So, one. Okay, and I have to show you my t-shirt. How cute is this? Like the little Corningware design. I got it from Sheen or Shine, however you say it. And it was only like $5. So I just thought it was cute. All right, let's see. So we did the stamp. That one's the paint inlay. And we're doing the mold with that one. And so this one, we're going to do the transfer. So that means I better get busy painting. Thank you, Cheryl. So again, we're going to paint these two parts. All right. Oh, I wanted to show you some pictures too. Hang on there a second. I want to show you something real quick. So I was looking at, I always want to say Aeropostale, but that's not right. Anthropologie. And I saw this, which kind of gave me some inspiration a little bit for the mold frame. And then I saw this one, which I thought was I kind of had the idea to do the paint inlay before I saw this. But when I saw this, I thought that is really, really cute. And I wish that I had my stuff that I have at the shop, because I have some scallops, some wood scallops there, and I thought, oh my gosh, that'd be cute because they had some scallop frames. Everybody's doing scallops. Have you noticed? That's like the trending thing. Flower pots. I've noticed that is huge. Everybody's doing scalloped flower pots. And then I saw the picture frame and I thought, oh, how cute. So I want to make sure to get this dry so that I can apply a transfer on it, because you never want to apply a transfer when it's still kind of wet. And we're going to be using a gilded transfer. So this table I'm working on, my dad made this table. So I just, my parents were both very talented people. So I covered it with plastic and then I put the silicone mat on it so that I could work on it and wipe it off. Okay. I'm gonna set this aside to dry. I want to make sure, so I don't need these mats anymore. You saw scalloped toilet paper. Oh my gosh. You should have taken a picture of that. I would have loved to have seen that. Of course, maybe I can Google it and find it. That is too funny. Okay, so I'm going to get this out of the way and let it sit and dry and clean off this area. I'm going to put this finished one behind me. Get that out of the way. And some of these pictures, because I don't want them getting messed up until it's time to use them. All right. So I'm putting those ones out of the way. Trying to get this paint while it's still wet. Even though I'm probably going to make another mess on it. Now I don't have to worry about painting the back of this one. Okay, that clamp. These ones they're older clamps and they're like ratcheted. I guess I didn't have that one on very well. So I had so much fun doing this. I'll show you my old Chase and Sanborn coffee can that I have my clamps in. If it's there the next time I'm at the office, I will. Okay. Yeah, that's one to see. Okay, I used E6000, and this one didn't really get in the corner as much as I would have hoped, but it's okay. It really took hold quickly. So if I have any excess glue there, which I do, it really will just crackle my paint a little bit. So, get that out of the way and get this painted. And you have to remember to paint that little inside part. If you guys are interested in these picture frames, I can put a link afterwards. Like I said, I got them from Oriental Trading Company. So I think they're for the price. I mean, I forget what I paid for them, but I got a box of like 10 of them, I think, because I'm looking to do things for my website now. So except for these, you won't be able to buy these ones on the website. I may make some more, but I'm going to be doing some fairs, like in Altoona here. I'll be doing a show, and that's like May 2nd. And then Gretchen and I are going to head down to Jenna's at the end of May, and she's having a show there. I think it's the end of May, right? I think that's what I told you. I have to look. Honestly, I'm so, like, my brain is so congested. Let's say that. Too much on it. Okay. So I'm painting over everything. And I did use Amazing Casting Resin for these. I didn't use clay. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to be taking an adult pottery class. And it's not like a wheel, but it's working with pottery, with clay. So I'm kind of excited about that. That's 2 sessions. The first one's this Saturday morning, and then one towards the end of the month. Almost spring, guys. It's coming. I'm excited. Yeah. Okay. So this is all painted and I'm going to set it aside to dry. And I'm probably going to darken it up a little bit. I'm going to add some gold to it also. I see that I missed some spots on this one. This paint is drying super fast. I don't know what the difference is between being down here and up in my dining room, but maybe that's the difference. So I have to make eye contact every now and then with you. Okay, wiping up my table here. So I want to check and see if my paint inlays are dry. Get some of this paint off me. I had gloves on. Scalloped toilet paper. That's a good one. Okay. All right. It still feels a little damp. I'm gonna kind of let that go. Yes, end of May. Hope knowing in Virginia by then. Yes. Let's hope and pray, that's for sure. Oh, okay. So this, like I said, really dried quickly. So I'm not gonna, well, this part's not completely dry. I do have my heat gun here, trusty heat gun. Have to plug it in back here. Okay. I might as well put this up while I'm heat gunning. And hopefully I won't burn myself. Okay. Oh, it popped out of the thing. All right, hang tight here. That was like loosen the plug. I do have an extension cord over here I could do that with. All right. That freaked my dog out. I hear him up there. You know, smells kind of funny, so I'm just gonna skip the heat gun here. I'm afraid of getting too much stuff going down here because I'm just not used to it. But I think we're dry enough. So I'm gonna get my transfer book out here. Set this aside a minute. Okay, here comes my inspector. He's like, what's going on, Grizz? Okay, so this one has like writing all over it. And this picture we're doing, oh, that's Tom and Lindsay. So let's make it something that's a little bit kind of feminine. Glenda, I jumped over to Facebook because I couldn't get the screen to go full screen and it seemed to be cutting off the frame that you were showing up close. Okay, that could be my bad. I'm not sure, but anyway, hope we're okay. I need a drink here. Sorry, guys, hang on. There we go. Ooh, okay, I like this one. There's like script. I'd like something a little bit smaller scale than this one, but oh my, I don't want to be touching that side. Oh, that one's pretty, but it's not really small scale either. That is so pretty, and you can see this design. Hey, Charlene. We're doing frames tonight. That I think is not small scale enough. Sorry, I'm like choking here. That's good. I think. Let's see. Let's look at the rest of them. Okay, this one's really tiny writing. Oh, tulips. Huh. Okay. So I think this is probably the smallest scale of all of them. So let's get this pulled out. Grizz, you're okay. I always have to tell him it's Tuesday talk. I think he understands that. Frames, are you in your swanky new creative studio? Yes, I am. And I'm showing the studio off. Let me put the camera up for a minute. I'll be showing the studio off on the Statement Designs channel on Saturday or Sunday. But I am in it. So I call it my creative cave. So let's see here. Not quite used to it yet, but I love it. Once I get the hang of where everything is, I mean, I put it there, so I should know, but I'm still just not used to working down here yet. But I'm just thrilled that I'm able to broadcast. That makes me happy. Okay, so, guess I better put the camera down. Thank you, Charlene. So my creative cave is amazing. What you can see. Okay, I did have a stick. Let me get another one. Okay, thought I had one. Can't find the stick, but this should work. This is like one of those wallpaper things, or we use them for decoupage. Charlene, I love that piece of furniture you got. Oh my heavens, that's gorgeous. So gilded transfers are really cool. I'm going to take a look and see if it's transferring. Oops. Grace, you're good. You're going to have to lay down, buddy. Lay down. Okay, let's see. Well, it's not transferring yet. I think I might need something. Maybe just use the corner of this a little bit. And I had a bunch of sticks here. So I've lost my things that I've organized. I'm not done organizing yet. So I will be super organized. Oh, here's one. Here's one. Now let's see if we're doing any better with this. Oh, yeah. Have you guys used gilded transfers yet? You ladies. I don't think we have any guys in here tonight. Now it is wrinkling up a little bit, but that's okay. I don't think it's going to cause us any problem. Grace, you're going to have to be patient, buddy. My dog is trying to manifest something. I'm not sure what it is. Let's see here. Oh, it's so pretty. And shiny. Oh, cool. I love it. And I can just kind of lay down these edges, just kind of press them down. Gretchen, they're fun. Okay, I really like the way that looks. Little sparkle. You know, I had cut another piece, but now that I think about it, I can probably just use, so there's a little bit of a border around this one. So it's the same situation like with his mom's picture. So I think that I can just do this. Here's what I'll do. I'll put it this way so I can actually see what I'm doing. Okay. That way I won't waste any. Now I have seen people, and these designs will be absolutely perfect for this. Take the negative, you know, what's left of it, and do decoupage with it. I still don't think I got this quite centered, but I think it'll be okay. Probably most important that I get the edges, because that's the only thing you're really going to see. And of course, the middle's turning out great, and the edges aren't as much, but it's okay. We're going to be okay. As long as you can see a little bit of it. And I can always come back in, because you can't really see the design that well. So I think what I'll do, I'm just going to come in along this edge. You won't even be able to tell. But that's the only thing you really are going to see. So I want, well, actually, I think it's these sides. Let me get the picture. Oh, that's the wrong one. Here it is. So I need to do a little bit more over on this side. I think this will work perfectly. I said you really won't be able to tell, you know, matching up the pattern. You answered with the wrong account. Thank you, Gretchen. Grizz, you're fine. I'll be done soon. Okay, I think that's good enough. Like I said, I will save this piece because I'll try to decoupage this onto something. I can see a few pieces that I missed a little bit in here. I don't know whether I'd be able to line it back up again or not, or if I'm tempting fate here. It won't matter because the picture's there. And here's the backing. Just want to put it back on there. Okay, so that's what we've got. And here's our frame. This one goes sideways. So I'm going to do the same thing and just get a real teeny tiny piece of tape. And Scotch tape would probably be better, but I happen to have painter's tape here. That other one, it was already on there. And all I need is a little bit, just because. Okay, I need to center this. Glass on there. Am I crooked again? That one looks pretty good. I can actually move it a little bit this way. Okay, let's pop this one in the frame. So this is the bottom. We want to make sure that the little thing is there to stand it up with. Grizz, stop. You're fine. I'm not sure whether he got nervous. I don't know whether he heard that plug coming out or what, or whether he wants to go, you know what, which I think he's fine because he went out a little bit ago. So I think it's the first thing because he's a little scaredy guy. Okay, these things are hard to bend. So I'll revisit this and make sure I get this one really done. I might need something stronger. Okay, but that's this one. I think that one turned out pretty cool as well. Let me put the stick in there, and I'll set it back here. Oh, they look great together. I'm very happy with them. Okay, let's take a look at this. And this seems to be dry. I think it'll be probably dry enough. And I can either take a wet wipe and wet that again. Hey, Dar. Oh, no. I hope you're doing better now. We're doing a couple frames here. Just getting ready to peel off this paint inlay. So after it dries, then you wet it again. And the main reason you wet it again is so you don't tear the paper off. So here we go. Oh, it's looking good. I knew this one had to turn out right because it's for my mom. It's my mom's picture, so I knew that she would have a hand in this. All right. I love it. I'm gonna lay this back here and let it dry. I don't know whether I'll ever want to use this one again. I think this is a cool combination. Now, I'll want to seal this, but I'm not going to I would spray it because I don't like to take the brush right over it because I would smear it. I've seen other people do it, you know, that they don't smear it then. So are you feeling better, Dar? Okay, so I do want to make sure this is dry. So let's look at the other one then. I'll make sure that's dry. Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit of some Mod Podge and wherever I put it, here it is. Some of Lel's Luster. from Made by Marley. You're good now. Sometimes things just get away from you. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're doing better now. Okay, Grace decided to go upstairs, so I meant to grab a little cup for this, but I didn't, so I'm going to use my use a glove. Like I said, still don't have everything all together down here yet, but we'll get it. Oh, okay. Yeah. Ooh, that really looks lustrous. Okay. So I'm just going to paint over the white. The white isn't 100% dry, so we'll see what we get. Okay if some of it shows through or if it gets a little murky, because I want to put some dark wax on it anyway. You know, I could have done this in a dark color as well, but I wanted it to be light underneath and then sort of make it dark. I need some more Mod Podge. Oh, and I am forgetting this is still the dishwasher safe Mod Podge. Doesn't matter. I have the other kind sitting here too, and it's all good. I think I need a little more. I just love the way this stuff mixes up together. I love the way this frame is looking too. I don't think you can see on the camera really how bright it is. So you guys will have to give me some feedback and let me know, you know, just how things seem so far down here of the lighting and all that, because I'm playing around with everything and trying to get a good setup going, and just want to make sure everything looks good to you guys. So if you let me know, I sure do appreciate it. And you don't have to let me know right now. All right, let me get this little piece back here. All right. All right, let's let that dry a minute. Looks good and lighting is good. Okay, Cheryl, that's good to know. And Glenda, thank you. And Dar, thank you. Good, I'm glad. Okay, I'm gonna set this aside for a minute, let that dry. Put my lid on my Lels Luster before I knock that all over the place. And let's revisit this one. Get my mom's picture here. I did trim it just a tad because I just thought, let's see more. Thank you, Charlene. Gretchen, not for a long time. She had, in the first few years, prednisone. Oh boy. Okay, so I'm gonna put this close to me so I can look over it and get it centered. Like I said, I just kind of wanted to see a little bit more of that background and less of the brick fireplace and more of my mom. Okay, so. And I'll probably need to take these apart and clean the glass again because I'm just touching them all over the place. Like I said, I'll have to take these ones apart too to seal it, but I just have to see what it looks like. Oh, it isn't quite dry, but I love it. I really do. It's, if you could see the little floral print in that quilt, it just does really pick up on it. So I'm delighted with that one. I'm going to stand it up back here with the others. That's my favorite one so far. Okay, and let's get this frame out here. I know it needs to dry. I'm gonna just do something to get it dry without using the dryer. Like I said, I'll get that fixed up later, but I'm just using a paper towel to just kind of get the basic wet off. And it's actually kind of making a cool effect. Thank you. Yes, me too. I am very happy too, Glenda. Like I said, you started this ball rolling this morning. Okay, I really like this frame. And I'm going to get one other thing back here that is kind of a new favorite thing of mine, and it's this Sweet Pickins oil wax. Now, the thing is, you're supposed to put it on and then wait 20 minutes, 15 or 20 minutes to let it dry. I don't know that we'll wait that long, but we'll put it on and then see what happens. So tomorrow night we'll be on Flippin' Bunch, and Mara is hosting, and I do have a graphic for us to show you. Let me get this painted first and then. And Grizz is back. We're almost done, buddy. I think moving to the mountains of Colorado where it's extremely dry probably helps a lot. I know you're talking about your sister there. Yes, people with health problems should be in an arid climate, I think. Even my husband with his ear problems, he does so much better when it's not humid like it is here. No matter what the temperature, it always seems to be moist here. use that word. People don't like that word. Okay, I'm going to let that sit just a few minutes here. And so let's do a little review. Oh, let me show you those pictures first. So, okay, that one I can't show you. Oh, isn't that cute? Isn't that so cute? She made us the Flippin' Bunch in pop art. You know what? I don't have the picture that I thought I had, but anyway, you can join us tomorrow night at 7 on the Flippin' Bunch, and Mara is going to be hosting and telling us about pop art furniture. So we're going to be talking about that, and she's going to be quizzing us and everything. So, always love dark glaze on gold. Yes, me too. So I'm going to let that dry a few minutes here, and I'm going to put this back up. And so I'll show you first the one that I just did. And I really love it. Let me try it this way too. Yeah, I think we look kind of cute in the pop art. So there's that one. And then, and this one too. I love the one of his mom too. I never go the right way. It's that StreamYard thing. But I think that one turned out really good too. I love the subtle effect. I think that looks great. And this one. I love that one too. A little shimmery. And we're gonna go ahead and wipe this one back. I know it's way too soon, but you know, sometimes when you're live, you just do these things and it ends up working out. So that's what we're hoping for anyway. So now it's pulling back some of the gold and taking it back to the white, which is kind of cool. Thank you, Cheryl. Okay, I'm gonna quit messing around with it. I'm just trying to get mainly the oil off of it so that I'm going to lay a paper towel down here and then reconstruct it here. Oh, I forgot. I have to trim the border off this one. I hope this isn't going to be an issue for anyone. Because it does say Mom and Dad up in the corner, and I'm not sure who wrote that, but I think it's better to have it framed. All right. And I can always keep that little thing and put it underneath it. Okay, where's my piece of glass? How do I lose a piece of glass? Well, I know it's clear, but really, where did it go? I hope I didn't put two pieces in one of those. Maybe the one that I really had a hard time getting it in, maybe I put two pieces in. I don't see how that's possible. Help me out, guys. Where did it go? Jeez. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. I won't make you wait till I figure it out, but I'll put the picture in. And then we can just take a look at it that way. And then I'll figure out where the glass is. Okay, so there's that one. I think they look really good together. Yeah, well, Gretchen, it's really not, but it's that much more room. It is in a way. It's hard to say, but I think it's the invisible glass is the problem. But I'm waiting for a trash can to arrive and, other little things, but I'm going to lay these all out here. And like I said, more organization. I'm waiting for another set of shelves to come. I have a feeling I put that in here somehow. How can I get these so you can see them all? There we go. Almost can see them all, right? There we go. All right, well, I love them and I love the way they turned out. And I'm anxious to show you guys the rest of the room. I can't help you manifest a trash can. Witness my 2-year-old wait for a dog. And not sure what my doggy is doing, but okay. Well, I appreciate you joining me, and I just love you guys, and I appreciate it. So I hope you had a good time tonight and learned a thing or two, and we'll try some of these things on your own. So talk to you soon. Bye-bye.